So good morning all of you. The last class we have seen or we have done a few programs using math module, right? Today I am going to write a program to find the area and the circumference of a circle using Python. Okay, all of you. First I am going to import math module because I am going to use math.py. Like math.py you have math.e also. It's also another constant, you know what is e, right? Now I am importing math module. Okay, import math. Then I want to get the radius. I am giving some, I can give any name. No, this is only a variable. Okay, what I should do is that I should convert this into float. What is float? Decimal data type in Python. We have discussed about different data types in Python in the previous classes. I hope everybody in this class have understood what is float data type. Am I right? Okay, is that clear for all of you? So I am converting this into float data type because anything I get as an input will be an integer. Yes, input, enter the radius of the circle, right? I have received the radius of the circle. Now what I am supposed to do? I am supposed to find the area. Area is equal to, what is area? Pi. That is math dot pi into r square, radius square. Okay, so the 2 stars operator means radius square. Okay, so first for easy understanding of the operators I'll put that, I'll just radius underscore square is equal to okay, and I'll print radius square. Now this is just for you to understand how to find square in Python. Okay, so let me simply run this program to make you understand about it. If I put 2, I'll get 4. If I put 8 or 6, I'll get 36. So simply to find the square, you need to do this kind of operator, 2 star operator. Okay. So now, having found the area, we have to print the area, right? Print. I am formatting this string. You can understand formatting once you start doing it. Okay. You can do all these programs in your lab. The area of a circle with radius is comma area. Is that clear for all of you? Now when I run this program, I am asked to enter the radius of the circle. I am giving it as say 10 centimeters for example. I get the area of the circle with radius 10 is 3.314.152. Okay. I'll make some small changes here. Now if you want to add units here, we have another one method which I taught you in the first class. I can put end is equal to centimeters. Okay. And when I now run the program, I am asked to enter. I have given 10. I'll get the value in centimeters. Okay. This is another one more use of end as a keyword argument. In centimeters. In centimeters. So when you run this, you will get it as enter the radius in centimeters. You can use necessary. Now let us find the perimeter of this or circumference. Two into math.pi into radius, right? This is 2 pi r, 2 into pi into the radius. Sorry, here it is not centimeter square. Okay, area is in square centimeters. I made a mistake there. You can correct it. It is centimeter square, and here it is centimeters. So the circumference of a circle the circumference of a circle with radius, this thing is circumference. C-A-R-C, circle. Okay. Now when I run this program, I'll be able to get both the so I am asked the area here. Listen here, all of you. Here I am getting the area of the circle here, and then it is printing the circumference of the circle in the same line. If I want to print this in the second line or the next line, I have to use the escape character which I taught you in the last class. Okay. Now when I run this program, I am asked the area, and after the area I am getting area and the circumference of the circle one after the other. Okay, is that clear for all of you? So now see, I am going to teach you if statement. I want to check whether the radius of the circle, I am sorry, I want to check whether the circumference of the circle is greater than 10 centimeters. Okay, if the circumference of the circle is greater than 10 centimeters, I want to print that the circle is big. If it is less than 10 centimeter, I want to print the circle is small. Okay, listen to me carefully. I am going to use if statement for you to understand. So here I have calculated the circumference, and next what I am going to do, if circumference greater than 10, then I'll put a colon here that indicates that a block is coming after that. I'll put enter. Print circle is big, else print circle is small. Understood? Here what is happening is that I am checking out whether the circumference is greater than 10. If it is greater than 10, I am printing that the circle is big. If it is less than, otherwise, in all cases otherwise, even if it is 10, it will print the circle is small. Understood? So this thing, if statement syntax is like this, that if is a keyword in Python. You cannot use if as a variable name or anything else. If is a keyword. After if you will have this condition. This is called as a condition statement. This will return true or false. If circumference is greater than 10 means it will return only two possible answers. One is that it is true. If it is greater, it will put true. If it is lesser, it will put false. Right? If this condition is true, what it will do? It will print whatever. It will do all the actions that is given after the space. Space is called as intent, and it is very important in Python. All things that is given after a space will be executed, and this is called as a, here there is a block, only one statement I have given. You can give n number of statements. You can give here something, right? S is equal to 10 and print circumference plus 10. For example, okay, circumference plus 10. So these statements that come after the if is called as a block, and it is identified by the space given on the left side. Okay, if you give a space, I'll show you how if the space is going to change the things. Now what it will do, if the circumference is greater than 10, it is going to print circumference plus say 10 or s or whatever it is. Okay, if the circumference S S is equal to minus 10. I'm giving for example. I'm giving simply a variable S. I am adding S with circumference and I'm printing it. So this is this block of statements. This is executed if the condition is true. If the condition is false, the else statement get executed. Now let me run this program and show you. I am asked to enter the radius of the circle in centimeters. I am entering 10. Okay. 10. So what happens is that I'm getting the value, the circle is big and 62 plus 10. Okay. So these set of statements are not executed. This one S is equal to minus, this is not executed because the circle is big and this condition is true. Else statement, the statements will not get executed if the statement is true. But if I am giving, again I am running this program, if I am giving this as 2 for example, I am giving this for 2 example, sorry, 2 is also big. I am giving this as 0.5. So I am getting this as circle is small and these statements are executed. S is equal to minus 10, print circumference 10 minus whatever it is. Okay. So in if else statement, if this condition is true, the statements in this block will be executed. If it is false, the statements under the else condition will be executed. Is that clear for all of you now? Is there any doubt regarding this? Are you all able to understand if else statement? Any doubts? Any clarifications? Now see, I want to check whether if circumference is greater than 10, the circle is big. But if the circumference is less than 10 but greater than 5, for example, I wanted to print that the circle is medium. So what I can do is that I can use elif. Elif means else if, but elif should have a condition. Okay. Circumference is greater than 10. This elif will be executed only when this condition is false. I am giving here circumference is greater than 5. I am removing these statements. I put this for you to understand what is meant by a block. Okay. Out of the class. Circumference is medium. And then else print circle is small. So here there are 3 conditions. First one It is checking whether the circumference of the circle is greater than 10. If it is greater than 10, these types of statements are executed. Listen carefully. It is not very easy for you to understand unless and until you listen carefully. Now this condition is false. That means the circumference is less than 10. In that case, the next condition it is checking is that whether the circumference is greater than 5. This is executed only when this one is false. Okay? Only when this condition is false, this statement is executed. And only when both these statements are false, this statement will get executed. Understood? All of you? If, elif and else. Now I'll show you by running this. Okay. So when I run this, I'm getting, I'll put it as 10. I'll get it as big as usual, like what happened for the previous one. I'm running it again. Now I'm giving it as 2. 2 is also big, right? I'll give it as 1 and see what happens. I'm giving it as 1. When I give it as 1, I'll get the circle is medium. That means the elif is executed. That means the first condition, that the circumference, we are getting 6 point something, right? This is less than 10. So what it is doing, only because this is less than 10, it is going into the elif statement. Understood? Okay. So when I run again and I give you a smaller value, still smaller value like 0.5, I'll get that the circle is small. Understood? All of you? So let me repeat once again for your understanding again. If the circumference is greater than 10, this statement will get executed. Both these things will not get executed. If the circumference is less than 10, it will check for this condition. If this condition is true, this alone will get executed, nothing else will get executed. Right? If both these things 1 and 2 are false, only then this else statement will get executed. Understood, all of you? You can give as many number of elif statements as you like. You can give more elif statements, like say here, you can put another one elif also. Elif. Circumference is 2.5. This is also valid. Print. Circle is bigger, is between medium and small. This is also correct. You can give as many elif statements as you like. There is no limitations. This is also technically correct. Okay? Understood, all of you? Are you all clear with if, elif, else statements? So thank you all. Thank you very much for listening to me.